Harley-Davidson Pan America Special 2021 on review. As the V-twin rumbles into life, it's still got a distinctly Harley vibe to it, but also feels different from anything Harley have released before. The new Pan Am is all about its 30 degrees of crankpin offset, which is why it doesn't sound so typically Harley. Magnesium covers, variable valve timing and sodium in the exhaust valves for optimum cooling, to name just a few of the innovations. It's saturated with state-of-the-art feature that mean this newly developed 60 degrees V-twin power plant is immediately competitive within the big adventure bike market, with 150 bhp on tap at 9,000 rpm and 94 lb.ft torque at 6,750 rpm. Harley are most definitely playing with the big boys. The ultra-modern Revolution Max engine wants to be revved, and thanks to the well-honed ride-by-wire system, it feels really sporty to ride. But the Pan America engine also works well at low revs, where it's impressively smooth, and the different riding modes, which can be selected at the touch of a button on the right handlebar, do actually make significant changes to the engine's characteristics. The step up from road mode to sport alters the throttle response to instantly feel more aggressive. The step back to rain mode is another dramatic change in character, which will prove useful for more inexperienced riders. And Harley are desperate to attract new customers with the Pan. The Pan is powered by Harley's new Revolution Max motor, which is a 60 degree V-twin with a 30 degree crank offset. Why does this matter? Aside from the fact it has a cam chain, DOHC and water cooling, this engine configuration makes it sound like a 90 degree V-twin, and is therefore orally far removed from the traditional potato synonymous with Harley's 45 degree V-twins. And it doesn't feel like one either. On the road the Max motor is remarkably refined. There are two balancer shafts tucked away within the engine, as well as variable valve timing with infinite adjustment, much like Ducati's DVT system, and the engine is fed through a ride-by-wire throttle with variable power modes. Ignoring the wet mode, which is truly horrible as it make, the first quarter turn of the throttle do nothing before the muted power arrives, and opting for road mode instead the Max engine is really impressive. It's a kind of backhanded compliment, but in road mode the V-twin is as smooth as a Suzuki V-Strom 1050's twin, and the throttle connection is so precise you would imagine you are riding a Japanese bike. There is no thump of a twin as you got on the old V-twin Multistrada models, which were actual 90 degree V-twins, and no instant smack of power as you get on a GS. Instead it is a really progressive build-up of drive that is easygoing and very manageable. The headline figures of 150 bhp and 94.5 ft-lb of torque may sound a lot, but they are delivered with such a lovely that even in torrential Welsh rain they were far from intimidating. Unless you wanted them to be. Another switch of power mode, and in sport the engine's character changes, gaining a harder edge, and a lot more enthusiasm when it comes to picking up speed. It's very rare that changing power modes actually makes a tangible difference on a modern bike, but on the Harley it most certainly does, and in this mode the Max motor feels like a proper spirited engine with impressive performance, if a touch quiet exhaust note. And it has to be said, also a few tingles of vibrations that the rubber pegs do their best to damp out. The only major annoyance with the motor is the fact there is no up/down quickshifter option. However, this gripe is likely to be righted soon enough.